On a jolt of adrenaline, I sprang past the woman who was just leaving the office and hurtled inside, right past Nolan, who was standing on the other side of the doorway to see his guest out. The assistant scrambled to pursue me. I spun around to face Nolan, my chin high. "We need to talk."
I'm so sorry, Mr. Gaunt.
It's all right. I'm sure Miss Strom is only here to follow up on a discussion we had last week. It won't take long.
Oh, he was so sure about that, was he? Nolan gave me a measured look. Something in his posture making him feel about 10 feet taller than me, even though it was more like 8 inches. His confident air, as he shut the door and turned toward me, both unnerved me and infuriated me. I held on tightly to the fury, fanning the flames inside me. "This will be quick. I'm just here to tell you that from now on, you'd better leave me and my sister alone. You don't keep tabs on me or her, and you and anyone working for you had better stay the hell away from my home." Nolan continued studying me for a moment without any hint of concern, and then ambled deeper into his office.
What makes you think I'd want anything at all to do with you and your sister?
You sure seemed interested in her 7 years ago. There won't be any repeats of that.
And what exactly did I do back then? You don't know that I did anything at all, do you? Other than having a simple conversation, and there's no crime in that.
It was more than a fucking conversation. He obviously knew I didn't remember, whether from his observations recently or getting access to my doctor's notes or who knew what, and now he was going to play innocent? Nolan shrugged like the douche canoe he was. His hand twitched where it hung loosely at his side.
That sounds awfully vague to me. Throwing around baseless accusations can get you in a lot of trouble, you know.
Oh, now he was threatening me? My teeth gritted and I decided we'd done enough talking. He was never going to admit anything. That wasn't why I'd come up here anyway. I needed to show him how much trouble he'd be in if he kept messing with me and mine. My senses were singing with the awareness of water running through the building around me. There was a pipe running through the floor and into the wall, a private bathroom just off Nolan's office. I focused on it, unwilling a torrent of water to rush up through the pipes. My skin quivered. I don't care what excuses you make. You leave us alone from now on, or you'll regret it. As I said those last words, I unleashed the pressure I'd forced into the bathroom fixtures. Water exploded from the sink faucet, the shower head, and the toilet tank, and slammed into the door so hard it burst open. The wave crashed into Nolan, tossing him off his feet. He landed on his ass just as a second wave surged out to batter him again. I held off on another, keeping the water at the ready with the heady rhythm flowing through my veins, waiting for his reaction. Nolan wiped off his face and looked at the carpet around him, which was soaked and covered in puddles where the water hadn't quite absorbed yet. His eyes had widened and his lips had parted with surprise. Another twitch shook his hand, this one rippling up his arm. But as I watched, his mouth curved into a shape that looked almost amused. He pushed himself to his feet, barely seeming to mind the way his drenched suit clung to his broad body. He slicked his hair back from his face again and met my eyes, still with that sharp smile.
Well, that is interesting. There must be quite a story there.